Berry Pie. They're racing, and Blue Mist down on the inside got away well, and Silver Gamble looking for the lead. Imperial Life and out very wide, Like a Genie. Written Hard is going up, followed by Another Printer. Getting back behind those in the field, Berry Pie, followed by Meet the Stars, and Blue Ticky last of all on, settling down as they race towards the back. They've got about 1,300 to go. Imperial Life leads. Now Berry Pie is going up very quickly to take the leader on and goes to the lead soon after. And as they race down the back with about 11.50 to go, Berry Pie draws out about 2.5 in front of Imperial Life, a length and a half Like a Genie. 3 behind those in fourth, Silver Gamble. Further back behind those, Another Printer. Then Blue Mist on the inside of Bogong Hill. Further back behind those, Meet the Stars. Down on the inside, Iridium Way, and Blue Tiki the favourite at the tail of the field as they race down the back. 850 metres to go, and Berry Pie is well clear. Berry Pie leads 3 in front of Imperial Life, a half a length Like a Genie running on. A break of about 3 or 4 behind those, Silver Gamble, followed then by Another Printer back centre field. A further break, Bogong Hill. Now Meet the Stars taking off, gaining ground, followed by Blue Mist and Blue Tiki. And last of all was Iridium Way up towards the turn and out very wide on the track. Like a Genie raced up to put the head in front of Imperial Life. Still on the inside, Berry Pie. Around the field, Meet the Stars running on. So too is Bogong Hill, then Another Printer, and Blue Tiki behind a wall of horses in the straight. They've got about 350 metres to go, and Like a Genie race to the lead. On the outside, Another Printer's running on, and down the outside, Meet the Stars, and back behind those then Berry Pie on the inside. It's Like a Genie and Imperial Life battling it away. Meet the Stars and Bogong Hill, and Blue Tiki down towards the insiders coming quickly now. It's Like a Genie just in front near the line, and Like a Genie a half head in front of Blue Tiki. Now close for third, Imperial Life or Berry Pie, followed then by Another Printer. Meet the Stars couldn't go on. Further back behind those, Bogong Hill, followed then by Iridium Way, Blue Mist and Silver Gamble last.
Another big result for the books there at Queanbeyan in the second, with Like a Genie getting home. 1964.70 over the favourite One Blue Tiki. Bit unlucky, $1.40 and a photo for third after the running of race 2 Queanbeyan. Now Flemington, the new dibs there with the protest upheld, and the new winner is 10 Don't Babble, Greg Charles, $23.35. 2 Blue Paris, $1.70, and 1 Mrs. Bentley, $2.30. The Quinella, $49.80. The trifecta of 10, 2 and 1, $531, the second Flemington. The second at Stall, Trotters to 5 Chaser Dream, $2.10, $2. 8 Waikari Gold, $1.40. 6 Intelligence, no third. Quinella, $2.70. The trifecta there of 5, 8 and 6, $16.10 on the second stall. Now 9 gets third at Queanbeyan, Imperial Life, so 11, 1, 9, official after the running of race 2. Now this crack field of sprinters going to the barriers at Flemington. They're going to run a fraction late here. That protest would have held things up a bit after the second. So they're running a fraction late for the Weight for Age Lightning Stakes. Sports is the roughie of the field at 30. Iska into $5, coming back after a spell. Magic Music at 16. Testarossa at $3.90. Falvalon now at $8.20. And Far Rain, the even money favourite for the Lightning Stakes. And we'll be going there very shortly. Now, Narrow Court, a riding change, number 2, Cursory Prayer, Ben Claridge. Now, Claire Lindop, too, that fell from that horse in the previous is okay. Okay, there. She's a bit upset, the horse, unfortunately, collapsing there. Okay, we'll take a break and return with more right after this on Sky.
Stakes at Group 1 level. All in. Iska stood well, they're off. Iska seemed to stumble a little at the start. Sports and Far Rain got away well, and Magic Music has flew out of the gates in the all-white colours as they settle down. Testarossa and Felvalon are out wider. When they went to the 800 metres now, Magic Music on the outside with Iska holding the rail. They're the leaders, about a length and a half in front of Far Rain, moving up outside Sports. Testarossa not far off them, and Felvalon happy to stay out wide. When they went past the 600, Iska on the rail and Magic Music, there's little between the two. Far Rain's only a length and a half away with Felvalon on her outside, and then Sports in behind them, and Testarossa last, but only 3 or 4 lengths would cover them at the most. At the 300 metres, Magic Music got to Iska. Charles went for the whip. So did Preble on Far Rain, and Magic Music leads a length at the 100. Felvalon and Testarossa are coming now. Testarossa's going to blow him away in the last 100. He descends and comes away, and Testarossa a magnificent return, beating Felvalon a length and a half. Magic Music third. Sports fourth. Far Rain's run fifth, and 5 lengths Iska in 56 seconds. Testarossa Number 4, in a magnificent return, has given Damien Oliver his 4th Lightning Stakes win. Philville on 2nd, and Magic Music 3rd. It's 4, 5 and 3. Sports has run 4th. The upset clearly has been Far Range's failure into 5th placing, and Iska, who was the first one beaten, dropping out to run a clear last. Well, what a race. This is a magnificent horse, Testarossa. He's killed them, but the shock of the race has been the rank failure of the girls. Far Range put in the worst run of her career, and Iska another bad run, and you've got to start wondering just what that virus has taken from her in the spring. She's just turned in an absolute lacklustre performance, but all the honours go to Testarossa.
Well, I think he's unbeaten first up over that distance. He had him covered a long way out, Testarossa. That's a magnificent return to racing. And he defeats Falvalon and Magic Music. Ishka and, of course, Far Range, the disappointments, but great win, Testarossa. OK, now we're coming into this second event at Devonport, and they're almost set there. Sunshine Coast. Once again, here's Rod.
Thanks very much, Chris. Well, a lot of catchwords and catchphrases these days. One catchword is re-imaging, and the Queanbeyan Racing Club is going through that process. Now, with me, one of the committeemen, Don Mackay. This new phase that you're going into with the internet.
Yeah, we're doing two things today, Rod. The first thing we're doing is rebranding the club to Q Racing. We've got a major problem, I guess, with marketing a name like Queanbeyan because you can't even accidentally spell it. And we've got this Q Racing thing going. That's aimed really at giving a distinctive image for the club and also trying to attract younger punters and that to the course and into racing. And that's been very successful and it's gone down really well. The other thing is the Q Racing internet site, which was launched last night, and this is really quite revolutionary. There's not a club site like it in Australia and possibly the world. It gives you everything you ever need to bet on our racing, including videos of all the past races at Queanbeyan, reviews of every race, previews of races. You can log on to email for virtually everything.
Dan, could you just hang on a tick, Don, because we better go to Canterbury and Terry Bailey.
Sure, no worries.
Starter picks up the button. This should be it. And they're racing. Scarlet Air off the inside, away quickly. Ula La and Night.
$50. Pretty useful trifecta coming up there. And back here at Queanbeyan, we're talking with Don Mackay from Q Racing now. And tell me this, Don, you went through briefly what you can get on the internet site now. For an old mug like me, computer illiterate, could I handle it?
Yes, you could handle it. It's built very simply so that you can engage it quickly and get the information. And more people are engaging the internet all the time. We know that. So, yep, no problems at all.
Now, you said, of course, you're aiming at young people. Well, all the young people are right into the internet, aren't they?
They certainly are. And I mean, the bottom line on this, really, Rod, is that we've got to increase our off-course turnover. And what we're doing now at a very cost-effective way is we're engaging punters right across Australia and across the world to our product. They get everything in a one-stop shop on our site, and all we hope is they take out a phone account at the New South Wales TAB and put their money on Queanbeyan Racing.
Good on you, Don. Well, congratulations on a bold move, and I hope it's successful.
Thank you very much, Rod.
Don Mackay there talking about this latest innovation, Q Racing. Thanks, Chris.
Yes, OK. Thank you, Rod. And to Don at Queanbeyan. We'll be going back there right throughout the afternoon on Cup Day there. Stall is not far off. Mr Giorgio at 3:20 side. And with another guest, once again, here's Rod Gallagher.
Yeah, good on you, Chris. Well, we've just got rid of the couple of maiden races, and they've been complete knockouts for most punters at Queanbeyan today. But coming up next is a Class 2, and Wayne Harris with his latest mail.
Right, I thought Stanmark probably deserved a breakthrough here. Won a Class 2 race 2 starts back. Ran fourth in a good, strong Class 2 last start at Goulburn. Gets his chance here, I think, today. Chances, I thought, number 2, Final Glimpse. Trained on the track here. Hasn't got a real lot of good form here to look at on paper, but did 2 starts back, wasn't beaten all that far behind Please Charge, who won at Canterbury on Thursday night. I'll throw in Meritas Grey. It's been very, very consistent, this mare. So I'll go 1, 2 and 3 with the handicapper.
Good on you, Wayne. Well, I just noticed there the update was going on when you were going through the tips. Pity we can't get on Super Tab. It's a bit of overs. 5:30 Stanmark.
Yeah, well, we're a bit late unless you've got an account there.
All right, Wayne. There's Wayne's tips coming up for race 3 here at Queanbeyan. Back with more soon, Chris.
Okay, good on your rod, and Wayne. And Queanbeyan Cup Day down there. Now stall divs are up, and here's Wayne Harris.
Back at Queanbeyan, one of the jockeys that always ride a winner on here on the track, Queanbeyan, is Riley Saxton. Riley, you've got a nice ride coming up in this race, Meritas Grey.
Yeah, she's a nice rider. She's been going pretty consistent with her runs. She looks pretty good in this field.
Later in the day, strike time looks a good chance in the Thunderbolt Stakes.
I think she's got a top chance. The distance might be a little bit against her, but I think she's got the ability to put herself right in the race and finish it off real strong.
Haven't got a ride in the Cup, what would you like to be throwing your leg over?
I reckon it's a very ordinary field. I haven't really taken any notice of it because I've just been worried about, I'm looking at the sprint race as my interest, but I'll be watching the race with a lot of interest. I couldn't really give you anything.
Okay, you've done a bit of form on the sprint race apparently. Strike time, what are the dangers there?
I can't. I see Bingara. It's had 10 starts, 7 wins, so it must have a little bit of speed. The Man Langlar Sports Brat, it's got a lot of speed out wide. I'm just looking for the speed runners, and I think those are two of the horses that stand out in my mind anyway.
So Meritas Grey, good chance?
I think she's got a very good chance.
Okay, mate. Well, thanks for your time, and we'll be cheering you on later with strike time.
Thank you, Wayne.
Thanks very much. Yeah, Riley Saxton there, never goes without a winner down this area, and he rides Meritas Grey in the upcoming race. He's got a good chance.
All right, we're about to see how he goes too, because there's only about one to move in. Field of 8 for this third event at Queanbeyan. Once again, here's Tony Campbell.
Now the line is set, stand by. All in. They're set, gates open. Now, down towards the inside, Eternal Dawn got away well, and Stanmark is prominent. So too is Brave Gift, followed by Meritus Grey, and out very wide, Keen Edge is going up. Easing back behind those Final Glimpse, followed by Fontaine Bell and Russian Verdict. As they settle down and race down the back, they've got about 11.50 to go, and Stanmark draws out a length and a half, Meritus Grey, followed then by Keen Edge on the outside. Down on the inside, a close fourth was Eternal Dawn, followed by Brave Gift. A break of about 2 behind those, then Final Glimpse, a neck off then Russian Verdict, and about 2 or 3 Fontaine Bell is last in the backstretch, and still the leader was Stanmark, 3/4 of a length in front. The grey Meritus Grey is running second, going up on the outside. Keen Edge is starting a run. A further break to Brave Gift, followed by Russian Verdict going around the field. Down on the inside was Eternal Dawn, a further break of about 2 to Final Glimpse, and 3 at the tail of the field, Fontaine Bell. As they race up towards the turn, Stanmark making every post a winner. Out wide, Keen Edge is running on, followed by Meritus Grey putting in a run. Back behind those, Russian Verdict, followed by Eternal Dawn. Final Glimpse well back on the bend, followed by Brave Gift, but around the turn. And Stanmark is still the leader. Meritus Grey on the outside is trying hard. Eternal Dawn down on the inside, followed by Keen Edge. Looking for a run was Russian Verdict, and Final Glimpse down the outside. But Stanmark kicked away in the straight. Stanmark going strongly, about 2 or 3 in front. Meritus Grey is running second, but it's all Stanmark, and there's no danger. Stanmark eased down on the line. Stanmark first. Now close for the second, we had Meritus Grey or Final Glimpse. Could go either way for the second. Then Keen Edge, Russian Verdict, followed by Eternal Dawn. The next one was Brave Gift, and last of all, Fontaine Bell. Number 1, the winner, Stanmark, ridden by Johnny Scourse, has bolted in. Number 1, Stanmark, has bolted in, led most of the way. Stanmark, trained by Barbara Joseph, ridden by John Scourse. There's a Bay of Brown gelding 3 by Varick out of Hot and Bold. And as I said, trained by Barbara Joseph, ridden by Johnny Scourse. Now the time for the race, 1:26.61. Number 2 is second, Final Glimpse on the outside. Final Glimpse got second, ridden by Kevin Forrester. And number 3 is third, Meritus Grey. So the numbers on the third at Queanbeyan, 1, 2, 3, Stanmark, Final Glimpse, Meritus Grey, in the time of 1:26.61. We'll have more in a moment.
Thank you, Tony. So 1, 2, 3 it is after race 3, the favourite home, Stanmark. Okay, and his Wayne's tips there in order. So if you've plonked straight out on the trifecta, you've got it easily there. 1, 2, 3. Simple as that. Narrow Court, 7 Jamaican Spirit, 11.62.70. 3 Caldora, 2.24. Chicasa at 2.50.
Hero, white and blue colours. All set. Off now, Blue Pharaoh out fairly. Cotton Street missed it by 3. Axis one of the first out, and Expertise jump well, but Blue Pharaoh goes through very easily, and he leads by 2 lengths Axis. Expertise settling down third from Major Fun, and Triple O the outside travelling wide up about 5th. 2 lengths contend, and they're followed by My Skyrocket, Time Scale around Ultra Smug. 2 lengths to Boldly, followed by Kalina Raff and Alpha Warrior. 4 lengths to Naka, and about a half a length to Cotton Street. 900 to run. Blue Pharaoh's in a world of his own. He's 6 in front of Axis. Major Fun is 3rd. Expertise 4th on the inside of Triplo. Then Ultra Smug. Over on the inside is Contend, followed by Time Scale. Behind them Boldly and My Skyrocket a length. Kalina Raffin. 2 lengths to Alpha Warrior, followed by Cotton Street and Danaka. At the 600, Blue Pharaoh about 4 lengths in front of Axis and Major Fun. Triplo's been wide the whole way in the purple colours. Just behind them is Ultra Smug, followed by Expertise down on the inside. At the 400, Blue Pharaoh still about 3 to 4 to Major Fun. Triplo running on fairly from Axis, Ultra Smug and Expertise. At the 250, Blue Pharaoh about 2.5 lengths in front of Major Fun, and then Triplo, Expertise, Axis and Ultra Smug. Blue Pharaoh 120 to go, more than 2 lengths to Major Fun, Expertise, and then Triplo. Blue Pharaoh holds them at bay all the way for Blue Pharaoh, and B Preble by 2 lengths. Major Fun ahead to Expertise coming home well into 3rd. Then Collins Street, the eye catcher out wide from Axis, Contend, Triplo and Ultra Smug. A gap Alpha Warrior being followed by Boldly, who was well back, and then Time Scale followed by Danaka, and behind those to finish My Skyrocket and Kalina Raffin.
Number 13, Too Good, the favourite, Blue Pharaoh. Easy win there with Brett Preble aboard, and will pay $2.50, and $1.50 defeating 5, Major Fun, and number 7 getting home for 3rd, and that is Expertise. Now, 1 to move in at Devonport. They're almost set there, and then we'll be going off to the Sunshine Coast. They are moving back to Queanbeyan now to Rod Gallagher's.
Good on you, Chris. Thanks very much. Well, I don't know whether I'll become a computer whiz, but I'm going to try. We were talking about Q Racing. The man who devised this internet site for Q Racing is Gary Crisp, who's the managing director of Goss Trent Multimedia. Gary, a lot of work went into this.
It certainly did, Rod. The last 5 weeks from start to finish on midnight on Saturday morning early, the site went live, and it's been a huge success. We've had over 1,000 people visit the site in a very short time, and it's been just immensely successful.
And what effect do you think it's going to have on Queanbeyan racing?
I think it's going to have a really big effect. I mean, Queanbeyan Racing Club is the first club to adopt this technology, the internet, and it's going to be with us for now and ever. And for those people that don't grab the nettle now and run with it, they're going to be left behind. And it offers the opportunity not only to display information, high quality information, but also the opportunity to, as a communications vehicle with the virtual punting community, which is where the future lies for Turnover, of course.
So you have all the form and all the details.
All the form, all the details and all the race replays. People can go to the site and look at all the replays from today's meeting for the last 600 metres, and they can study those replays if they so desire, or for the next meeting there'll be full written form comment in easy to read English to try and attract people to have a bet on Queanbeyan and hence increase turnover.
And as we said earlier, you think even I could handle it?
You certainly could, Rod. Well, if I can, I think good people of our era are sort of caught in the time warp a bit, but I'll tell you, when you've got kids, you learn the new technology, and it's really fabulous. There's nothing like it. I think it's terrific, and it's easy to use and simple to follow, and it provides you with such a wealth of information and at very low cost. And I think Q Racing, in adopting that philosophy, is going to reach a lot of the younger generation, which is what we want to try and attract to the races these days. And I think it's going to be a major player in the future.
Okay, well, Gary, thank you very much, and all the best with this great new innovation.
Thanks very much, Rod. Pleasure.
Gary Crisp talking about Q Racing, which is the latest innovation, and they're just about ready at Tatura. Let's go to Brian Markovic.
Almost there. Radazi still to come forward. Radazi has gone in, and they look to be set for a start. Light comes on. No, one more appears, and that's Rainbows for Me from behind the trees.